14 card PSA review. Here we go. First one, 1977 O-Pee-Chee Harrison Ford. I was hoping for a 7 on it, but now that I see the surface and stuff, there's a stain right there. There's quite a few surface flaws. Typical kind of O-Pee-Chee stuff, I guess. But yeah, it's that might even be wax or staining from gum. Probably there might be wax actually. So this definitely accurate grade. I mean, I can't argue with them to be honest. Anyways, but yeah, so this I might sell this. I got the card cheap if I remember correctly, and it was only like $22 to grade it. So I'm not in it for a lot. It's not quite the copy I'd like to have for my O-Pee-Chee, for my Harrison Ford collection. So I will probably sell it and put that money towards finding a better copy to grade. And I probably want one in an SGC case anyway to match my other ones. Mike Bossy rookie. I was hoping to eke out an 8 with PSA being a little more generous on the centering, but obviously it's not the best. Now, if the centering was top to bottom was on point, maybe they give me another half a grade. I don't know. But this is available. I have an SGC 8 that I just got back. So, Billy, if you want this, it's all yours. I don't need to sell it. I can trade some of the stuff too. I mean, especially with some of you guys that collect Hall of Fame rookies. I need a lot of Hall of Fame rookies yet from all sports. So I don't necessarily need to sell all of this stuff, especially the stuff that's within my collecting parameters, because I do like to trade similar things for similar things. And I always like to give anybody an opportunity before I sell, although I don't often hear back, which I understand that too. Now this one I bought this raw, I'm going to say around $20. So I regret not sending this to SGC though, because the Bly11 I sent was beat compared to this, and it got a 6. So I'm a little bit shocked because I expected this to get a 7 for sure. And I would have been cool with that being in 1971. Like generally, I would want an 8 for 1971 card, or for 1970s card for my collection, for my keepers. It's nice. So I'll hold on to this one. I do not recall having so much white showing in the bottom. That's why I wanted this card so bad. But once it's in the case, it's all so much more clear. I'm not going to sit there and accuse them of anything. But it's a nice copy, so I'm cool with this one for now. I'll hold on to that. Now, if I get a nice O-Pee-Chee, then that one will become expendable. Maybe I'll just hold on to it. I do like having the O-Pee-Chee and the tops of everything else, so I don't. I'd probably just hold on to it. That's my only Ted Simmons. This was a crack out, and I want to say it was a 6. And I was hoping, just because it was so sharp, that I could get a 7 from PSA. But they agreed with BGS. That's kind of weird going on. What is going on in the corner there? Maybe it's a little diamond cut. It's kind of sitting funny. But I didn't, I remember when I first bought this card, I didn't notice how off center it was top to bottom. So that probably prevented it from going any higher. It's a clean card though. It looks packed fresh. All right, and then this one was a crack out as well from a KSA. This was a KSA 7, so this is another loss, technically. Now, to me, I thought when I was comparing this to other PSA 7s and even higher, even some PSA 8s, this card destroyed them. I mean, it absolutely destroyed them. So I thought it was a no-brainer. But then when I cracked it out, you can see the surface stuff. So obviously PSA is not as friendly about the surface stuff. And then this, I saw this immediately as soon as I cracked it out, and I did not see it before, but you can see that indentation right there. Trying to get it between the light there. Cards in the background are screwing it up now. It's right there between the circle. There's like a nail mark. So that was the nail in the coffin on the Marcel Dion. But it's such a really, really beautiful copy that I won't be in a hurry to replace it. But if I find a copy that I can't refuse, then I won't hesitate. But the colors and the centering is pretty decent. The edges and corners are great for an O-Pee-Chee. Some of the copies I saw that were graded that I was comparing them to, it's far, far superior. So, and I think it'd have done better at SGC as well in hindsight. They're just a little friendlier to my O-Pee-Chees. I don't know why that is, but well, that's up for debate actually, as we'll see. The next one was the Johnny Bench. Now this one, I totally screwed up on. So the card itself, I want to say, was only around 100 something. But as soon as I got it in hand, I noticed that you can see the corners. It looked like somebody probably had it in screw down. And that was a bummer. But what I did was I set it aside, and I forgot that it's got a crease. And I think it got creased in shipment from, it's so hard to see because it's so close to the edge. But I think the card slipped out of the top loader in transit between ComC and me. And I had a chance to send it back, and I didn't. I forgot. But I don't even know if you can see it. But it's, yeah, there it is, you see? So I think it got creased in transit. This did not have a condition note on it at all from ComC. So when I got it, it was sticking out just slightly from the edge of the end of the top loader. So it was a thin enough card that it didn't stay in the top loader right. And I forgot to report it. I could have got a full refund, and I just didn't do it. I screwed up. I had several other cards in that order that got messed up too, though. So just slipped my mind, unfortunately. But I want to say I'm only like 150 all in on it. So whatever loss I end up taking, I'm just probably going to sell it because I feel like I need a 7 for sure. Anyway, just probably not going to display that one. But yeah, I knew that when I sent it in, and I'm like, well, maybe I should have sent that one to SGC as well. I don't know. Just knowing it was a loss, it would have been a lot better to spend, half the amount grading it. But this was one that I just bought raw for about, I think it was $21, and another 23 into it to grade, and ended up a 6. I was hoping to eke out a 7 because it's pretty sharp. But color's not 100% the best, I guess, on him. Such a cool picture, though. I love the stadium in the background. Anyway, I'm taking too long for this. But got the 6. I'll hold on to that for now. Probably just going to sell it, put it towards a 7. Billy Williams 7, maybe an SGC 7. All right, we're going into the 50s or 60s again. Sorry. This is I like to call it Maury Wills rookie. It's his first card, so I don't remember if this had some wax on the front. The one I sent to SGC did terrible. This one did a little better. As you can see, it's a 5. It's got a dinged upper corner, though. I'll probably hold on to this for now, but I feel like I can do much better buying a raw copy, and I think I can find one to turn into a 7. So I'll probably just sell it for, that was a cheap card. Talking like $4. So 27, $28 into it or whatever. And then I got the two other Veda Pinsons. So one of them was an SGC 6 that I sent in. One was a 3.5 that is razor sharp, but really OC. This one came back a 6 from PSA. And it's OC, but it's pretty sharp. Nice card. Oh, anybody needs a Veda? I have 4 of them now, and I'm keeping the one that I'm about to show. And then this is the fourth one I sent in to grade. This will be my keeper for when he makes the Hall of Fame. Nice new label. Got a little bit of snowing on his forehead there. I think that would deter a lot of people, but I'm keeping the 7, you know. 1958 Vader Pinson in the 7 is nice. So I have 2 6s. If anybody needs an SGC 6 or a, oh, I don't need this cardboard in there, do I? They're both available. They're just gonna. I'm gonna try to not sell those ones right away. The 2 or the 3 Vedas, because I know there's a lot of Cincinnati Reds guys, and if anybody needs a sharp 6 or a crazy sharp 3.5, then by all means get a hold of me. Because I'm just keeping the 7. The other ones, you know, I might keep them and wait till he makes the Hall and sell them then too. I don't know. Got a 6 on the Yankees team card, and obviously you got Mantle in there and Whitey Ford and Enos Slaughter, I believe, Yogi. Bobby Richardson might be in there, rookie. Don't know for sure, but that's a 6, so that's all right. I was hoping for a 6, or at least pretty sharp all the way around. OC top to bottom, but it's pretty cool team card. Got some Hall of Famers on there. Obviously Mickey Mantle. I'll put it up here. And this one, he's not a Hall of Famer, but he's a 9-time or 10-time All-Star. So I bought this one. This one might, I don't know if this is worth what I think I paid $40 or $50 for it just because it was so super sharp. But as you can see, it's very, very off in the registration. There's print dots. But to me, it looked like a pack fresh 1948 card. So I'm like, well, he's got all those All-Stars. I know some, Cardinals guys. Maybe somebody'd want it. I was hoping for a 5, obviously. But I didn't eke out the 5. I think the registration knocked it. And that some people just wouldn't even want this card based on that alone. But it's a decent copy, and it's got a little edging on the right there. But Marty Marion, I want to say, like I said, 9 or 10-time All-Star, so it's got value. Card's got value. I don't know how much, but so I think I'm 65 into it or 75 into it. So that might end up being a loss. I might just try to trade that. And then the 2 highlights that I'd like to say. So Gaylord Perry was a crack out. And I was hoping for a 7, and I got what I wanted. It was pretty nice copy. And there was I didn't even notice any of that chipping. I didn't notice any of the chipping on the Marty Marion either. I'll have to watch some of my other videos. I don't think they heard it, but I think I just didn't notice it. But I'm happy. I needed a 7 for Gaylord Perry for my Hall of Famer rookie run. So very nice, very, very nice. I knew that was right on the edge. If I got the right grader, it'd be nice. And then this is the other one that I was kind of on my edge of my seat about because I've wanted this card for so long. Finally found a copy I wanted and liked enough to grade and buy the grade, and I got what I wanted. I got the 8 and the O-Pee-Chee Eddie Murray. So that goes in the O-Pee-Chee Eddie Murray run. I had it in the stack to go to SGC, and I'm like, SGC is going to slap it with a 7.5. But PSA, I'll spend the extra $10 or whatever grading with them, and I got a better chance at the 8 I want. So they gave me the 8. So it's got the typical O-Pee-Chee cut, but it doesn't have the crazy off-cut bottom right corner, which I think they recognized and respected. And OC and the top to bottom centering is about as on point as they get. I think it's a little overcut, actually. I think it's a little bigger than it ought to be. But the left to right centering, it's hard to find them any better than that either. And then the back is pretty good for an O-Pee-Chee. It's overcut, but that's kind of the way they go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate you tuning in, and God bless.